Now this is serious. This is really, really serious. So we've gone so far from just reckless discharge and threats of violence to attempted murder.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your very own. How lucky are you to have your own board-certified criminal defense lawyer at your disposal, here to serve your needs. So go get your glass of wine, get your bottle of popcorn, get your bowl of popcorn, and sit down on the couch. Stream this shit to your TV, and just enjoy yourself, because we're gonna have a fun-filled episode of. I think we got a Good Samaritan saves cops from an active shooter. So this is just your true crime, just like it's like a brownie, like a big brownie. You're not supposed to have one after dinner because you're trying to watch your weight, but fuck it, let's just have a brownie, right? And so this is just a guilty pleasure is what this is. But before we get to that, we got a little housekeeping to do, and also we need to thank our sponsor, AskALawyer.com. AskALawyer.com is a very effective way to get some legal advice from a living, breathing, God-fearing lawyer. A real person for $49. I mean, like, for example, Nick on our channel, he wanted to find out if he could get his girlfriend from Iran over in here. Well, in this Trump situation, I don't know, it's kind of an unrealistic thing, don't you think? But, when you're dating a Persian, you got to see if you can get this Persian into the country, even though she's part terrorist. So he went to AskALawyer.com, and he was referred to an immigration lawyer. And so if you have an issue, go to AskALawyer.com. My grandma does all the time. She's spending $49 like nobody's business. But they can either help you get on your way, or they can dispose of a matter that you're like, okay, you really don't have a case there, buddy. And you need to know that. It gives you peace of mind. Or if you're doing your own thing, they have an AI component, so you can do your own legal research. And they're a quality outfit because the same people that brought you eForms and eSign. So AskALawyer.com, and they're a loyal sponsor to the channel. Make sure you go there. Okay. Now, a couple of housekeeping items. So Jessica has sent me some stuff here, and she said Happy Father's Day, so this is a little belated, but this came while I was out of town. Some socks, thank you. I guess I have feet, so I can use the socks. And then looks like a glass, and then this smoking kit. So way above and beyond, but thank you very much, Jessica. Now, here's the other thing. Now, we have some merch on for sale, right? We got these new shirts, pretty reasonably priced, on CLR, what is it? Yeah, CLRBruceRivers.com. Go to CLRBruceRivers.com. And then we're also putting some of Michael's art. Michael did a lot of photos during the George Floyd days. And so, what is this? Oh, and so we also have photos from Guatemala and stuff. So we're putting these on metal. And they're kind of nice, and they're easy to hang, and check this one out. This is during the George Floyd days, and we have a bunch of different art from him. So that's our former content genius, God rest his soul. Okay, so housekeeping business out of the way. All right, so you got your white wine. Do you have white wine and your popcorn, or maybe? This is more of a longer thing, so I'd rather not have you have beer because you're going to have to get up and pee. So just take your wine and your popcorn and let's get going. So this is a Good Samaritan saves cops from active shooter, and this is by our good friends Ewu or Explore With Us.
Sheriff's Office, why don't you come out and talk to me with your hands empty?
So let's just start right there with that statement. Sheriff's Office, come out with your hands empty. Well, if that's what you hear at the door, you're not having the best of days, I don't think.
If you're a sheriff, I'll blow your head off. Drop the gun!
And when you say to the sheriff, fuck you, I'll blow your head off, or blow your dick off, or whatever he said, I think you're kind of taking an adversarial stance. So, fuck. You know, I mean, how hard is it to just stay at home and beat your wife? I mean, really. Honestly, you shouldn't be doing that. That's why the cops are coming to begin with. But, you know, a lot of these cases are born out of, and I don't mean to make fun of domestic violence, by the way. There is no good reason to hit a woman. There's no good reason to have domestic violence, male or female. So just stop with the fucking comments, okay? I was being facetious about something. Anyway, but a lot of these cases are born out of mental illness. And it's not an excuse, but that's where, you know, some cases just happen to originate with mental illness.
If we called the cops, he was going to kill us. And the first time
said that today?
Today.
So when you introduce guns into a situation with police, number one, every fucking cop around will, because they hear this stuff over the radio, right? They will just, all of a sudden, before you know it, you got 80 cops at your house.
Shots fired, shots fired. You okay?
On February 10th, 2022, 911 dispatchers in Maple Falls, Washington began to receive multiple complaints about a belligerent resident in a nearby subdivision. What started as a routine disturbing the peace call quickly devolved into a violent scene of brutality so insane, even area neighbors were compelled to pick up arms and fight back. Some of the footage you're about to see has never been seen before.
Howdy. Are you having trouble with the neighbors?
It began with a series of complaints from Maple Falls residents that their reclusive neighbor, later identified as the then 60-year-old Joel Burke Young, had been discharging a shotgun into the air and making verbal threats against them.
Nothing's worse, honestly, than having a situation where you just don't get along with your neighbors. I mean, and honestly, what does this guy think is going to happen when he's firing the shotgun in the air? I had a case a while back, and my client got drunk in the morning, and he was just stressed by life. He just was fucking done. He was just done with life. And he got drunk. He went to Walmart, bought himself a rifle, comes home, and tells the daughter, 15-year-old daughter, call the cops because your dad's going to die today. So he goes out in the field, and he's shooting the gun off in the field. And there was a major highway in front of their house. They shut down the highway. They flooded the place with SWAT and with everybody. And then he comes, he goes, fuck you, coppers, whatever the fuck he said. And he takes 2 shots at these cops and his gun jammed. And they did not return fire. Fucking amazing cops, honestly. Because anybody else would have been just riddled with bullets. Guarantee if he was black and in the city, he'd look like Swiss cheese. But they didn't. And they took him into custody, and it was really a mental health thing. You know, I mean, he was trying to draw fire so that they would kill him. He was trying to do suicide by cop. But, you know, he sat in jail for like 11 months, and then I got him out and got him probation. You know, they wanted him to go to prison for like 10 years, and I got him probation. It was his mental health. So that's where these things, and this guy, and just because it's mental health doesn't mean that there's a defense to the underlying, you know, case, so, you know, the issue of guilt. Because if you know what you're doing, even though you're laboring under some mental health, if you know right from wrong, which most people do, that's an issue.
Oh, so he's making smoke. Okay. I'm not the burn ban police, so I don't know if there's a burn ban because of the air quality.
I don't know.
I have no frickin' idea.
No, I don't either.
So, who's out shooting a shotgun in the air?
Deputies Ryan Rathbun and Jason Thompson of the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office in Washington are the first to respond, completely unaware of just how dangerous this situation will soon become.
But he's just out here being an asshole.
That's correct.
He's pissed
That is
about
correct.
the fire.
That is correct.
And you're like, what, dude? So you're going to go...
That's correct. Yeah.
You were more than prepared to put it out. You didn't make any threats to shoot anybody.
Nope.
He didn't make any threats to kill you?
Nope.
Okay, these guys are pissed off because he's...
Well, he may have,
Okay.
but I wasn't overly concerned about it.
So he's going to put out a fire because there's a burn ban. And that's what gives rise to him with a shotgun. I mean, you don't use a double barrel shotgun where a tap on the shoulder will do. I just said that this morning to somebody.
Okay. Let me go talk to these guys and I'll brief him real fast. Yeah. These guys are out here all armed up and pissed off because they're like the local neighborhood buddies and watch group, right? They're like, why the f is he shooting a f***ing gun out here? Yada, yada, yada. They're pissed about that.
The trigger-happy suspect will soon appear just off camera, opening his front door to make it known exactly how he feels about the whole situation.
Now, here's the deal. You take a firearm and you assault a cop with a firearm, in most jurisdictions, it is like a very severe penalty. In Minnesota, even if you don't hit the cop, it's 10-year mandatory minimum, period. No good time, no nothing. See you later. Goodbye.
No one's talked to him yet.
Okay, so that's
It's probably a 2-officer contacting and talk to him. Seven two walk and get the air. I don't know what this guy's name is. Hey Ron, you want to go back in the house? He was back out of the door yelling, so
Okay.
I just don't want you in the backyard. So, do you know his name?
Nope.
No, he doesn't know his name.
No.
Yeah, just wait. Garage-ish or stuff. I just don't want you getting shot by that idiot. Yeah. So he's gonna come to the door and yell and be foolish. I don't want to order him out till we get another person. Hey, sir.
Hey, you want to shoot?
No, it's the sheriff's office. Why don't you come out with your hands empty and talk to us?
Kiss my
Okay, well, that's different.
So at this point, he hasn't shot at the cops, right? And so what's the crime? Probably reckless discharge of a firearm. I mean, which is a felony, but it's a low-level felony. So why don't we just make this way more worse for ourselves, okay? You know, I was having a bad day. I think I want to make it way fucking worse.
Do you want to just keep an eye on that and I'll talk to these guys?
Yeah, sure.
While Deputy Thompson maintains visual on the young house, Deputy Rathbun talks with nearby residents, hoping to gain some insight into the mind and mentality of their suspect.
Well, he just asked me to kiss his dick. Maybe it was Deputy Thompson. I don't know.
Well, maybe he was just coming on to you. Maybe he's romantically inclined to buy you dinner and a white wine so you'll kiss his dick.
Well, the slug from the shotgun is in
Not
our
the
backyard.
slug, the plug.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's when I saw the plug land in our backyard.
Why don't you come out and talk to me with your hands empty?
If you're a sheriff, my boy.
See, right now it's an arrestable offense, but very manageable, very little jail time, you know, and he's just being a dick, right? But it's a big stretch from being a dick to being a threat, you know? I mean, a real threat against law enforcement.
Boy, Anna, get the f*** out of here. Tell these people to put the goddamn smoke down. Take a ride on the wild side. Hit it.
You think he's probably drunk? I mean, what else do you do if you look like Ron and sitting at home with your shotgun and...
Based on the suspect's dangerous behavior and blatant refusal to follow the officer's instructions, this situation has the potential to quickly take a catastrophic turn.
But if he's shooting it up in the air, it's raining a house over onto kids, do we have a reckless endangerment issue?
This isn't the first time, and
Possibly.
he told us if we call the cops, he was going to kill us. And the first
He
time
said
we
that
had
today?
today.
All right, so reckless discharge of a firearm and terroristic threats, you know, or threats of violence. And that's also a felony.
He said, call the cops and I'll kill you. And we said, fine, we'll go get our guns and we're calling the cops.
To you guys,
To us.
today he yelled that to you.
Yeah, just when this happened, because we told him to stop shooting. We have
Okay.
kids outside. Told us to go f*** ourselves.
You can put some notes in CAD. Our subject appears to be intoxicated by interaction, verbal.
Suspect appears to be intoxicated and amorous towards me kissing his dick.
Verbal and physical. He's armed with a
I mean, you know, my dad was a fireman, as you know, and he wouldn't give you 2 cents to be a cop, and I wouldn't either. And not because I hate cops. I love cops. They take people off the street, and I put them right back on. They feed my children, right? But the thing about it is, they deal with fucking assholes every day. And you wonder why a cop might bite his lip or have an attitude. It's because what do they do every day? You know, I mean, do they ever go to somebody's house where, hey, everything's great, we're having a birthday party, would you like some cake? No, they don't do that. It's like, fuck you, kiss my dick, you cocksucker, blah, 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 blah. And then pop, 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 you know? Or they're going to get stuck with a needle, or, you know, they have to break up a domestic, or they have to chase somebody, or, you know, it's not an easy job.
Remember the shotgun. He's aware law enforcement is here and doesn't care.
I said, fine, we're calling the cops. And he said, do it and I'll kill you.
And you saw him armed with a gun?
Yeah.
And that was the right thing to do for these guys, is to call the cops. The worst thing you can do is take matters into your own hands. Because guess what? Then you fucking fire back, and let's say, you know, these people don't call the cops. They go over to his house and engage with him and return fire. Well, depending upon where you are at in the country, you know, like if you're in Texas, nobody's going to give a shit. But if you're in a more liberal jurisdiction where people don't like guns, you know, you're going to have a more strict scrutiny on your actions. Because if they don't call the cops, they engage you, and you're the ones closing the gap, then you're the one instigating, and you're the one drawing fire. And if you do that in return fire, it's no longer self-defense. Although one could argue that, you know, stopping him from shooting in the neighborhood is protecting others. So it all depends. But calling the cops, you avoid all that shit.
Yes.
Yeah, he shot
Do
him.
you believe he would possibly engage and shoot you guys?
Yeah.
This will all be an audio and video recorded.
no,
Everyone understand
There's
that?
a reason I
boom, boom,
grabbed
boom, boom, boom.
mine.
Yeah,
Okay,
He's
right.
not a 12 gauge.
It seems Young's antics had been escalating for some time, to the point where his neighbors feel their lives are now at risk, but no one is prepared for just how violently unhinged Young can really be.
He went back in the house and proceeded to egg me on and yell obscenities at me through the window.
Okay.
And I informed him that I'm a veteran. He wants to f around. I was in Afghanistan. I don't care. Come outside.
Right.
I'll dump right here.
Okay, that doesn't help you.
You threatened me, this household, and our family. I defend all terrorists, foreign and domestic. I don't care.
So,
That is a
I don't think I'd want to go onto his property late at night, uninvited.
and that's why
Correct.
you went and armed yourself.
grenade.
Drop the gun!
Get your fucking face!
Drop the gun!
Get my...
We're going to deal with that.
Right-handed.
Again, he's taking the romantic approach. You know, kiss. He wants a kiss. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's dangerous. He just wants a kiss on his body parts.
The cavalry's coming. We're going to deal with him. Whatever that looks like. He's not going to be allowed to shoot guns and fuck. Right? So we're going to take care of it.
Step away.
I feel you. I know what you're saying. Okay? We're gonna deal with it.
Suddenly, all hell breaks loose.
What do you want now?
Sheriff's office, drop the gun!
Shots fired, shots fired.
You okay? I'm hit.
7-4 welcome.
That's a lot of firing of a weapon.
That's right. With both deputies struck down by gunfire, it's the neighbors who take up arms to defend against the maniac terrorizing their streets. After one of the men unloads an entire magazine into the window of the suspect's house, the others help the wounded deputies into the cover of the nearby garage.
Now these guys have the protection of self-defense or defense of others, because they called law enforcement. And one of the first things they ask you, you know, in a self-defense case, is did you call 911? You know, did you retreat? Did you, you know, because everything comes down to what you did was reasonable. Now you've got a guy here on the other side who is just unreasonable. I mean, he's just a prick. You know, I mean, this is a guy who, even though he's trying to be romantic and trying to get a kiss from somebody on one of his body parts, he's dangerous. Really, really dangerous.
Where they quickly attempt to render first aid.
Keep driving. Keep driving.
Where the fuck is backup? I mean, this must be in a small town.
You okay?
Haley, call medics!
They're coming. Greg, shots fired. At the front door. Hey, get back.
I'm alright, brother. Not alright, but yeah.
Jay, we got hit in the face. Jay and I are out of here.
Tell
hey, go to my van. In the back of the van is a med kit. Big red bag, black backpack. Please grab it. I don't have a whole lot.
Yeah! Yeah, I need aid, but we need replacements.
Yes! In the head!
We're both hit.
In the head! Both officers!
In the head.
I'm losing vision in my left eye.
Okay.
Now this is serious. This is really, really serious. So we've gone so far from just reckless discharge and threats of violence to attempted murder.
Sit down. I got you covered, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to bleed here.
While the extent of the officer's injuries isn't yet known, it's clear that they're in desperate need of medical attention. Additional members of law enforcement continue to arrive at the scene to assist, but the shooter is still at large. There's no telling what'll happen next.
I died it was a slug because I wouldn't be here.
No, it wasn't a slug. We got BBs.
So when you have, I don't know if you know anything about shotgun shells, but they can come in two forms. They can come in either shot, which is a bunch of little BBs in there, or they can come as a slug, which is a big piece of lead. In the BBs, it's two different types of shot. You can have buckshot or birdshot. Buckshot is bigger, it's more powerful. Birdshot is, for birds.
Starting with the bird shot. Next up, we have the Black Aces Double Up Buckshot. There might not be too much left after this to test the slug on, but I guess we'll see. All right, 12 gauge slug versus the old dome piece. Let's see what happens.
If this guy would have been hit with a slug, he'd be dead.
I got sterile pad. How many you want?
Jay, stay armed up.
No. That light blew out right there.
You need to back over here.
He shot me out the front door.
Gotcha.
Mine's right here.
On the down.
Can you drive, Bone?
Yeah, I can drive.
As the harrowing standoff continues, the injured officers have no choice but to transport themselves in an attempt to obtain the medical care they need.
You good? You good?
I'm coming. Hey, what's your name up there?
When you have a standoff like this, it is, especially in a small department where they don't have the resources. Look how long it's been, and medics are supposedly on the way, and we're almost 10 minutes into this, and they're not there yet, and neither is their fucking backup. I had a client who, I got a call. I was heading out from court, and they said, "Hey, can you come out here? Your client's barricaded." He was on supervised release, after a bail was posted, and he was supposed to turn in all his guns, and he was going to kill himself. Probation went to his house to check on him, and they found some ammunition and a goodbye card. And all of a sudden, he comes around the corner because they were in his house, and he says, "Get the fuck out of here!" So he pulled a gun on probation, and they fucking beat feet out of there fast. Well, all of a sudden, this was in a little bit bigger community than this, and all of a sudden, SWAT comes, and now all of a sudden, they surround the house. That was about 10:30 in the morning. They waited until like 9 o'clock at night, and he wound up taking his own life. But they tear gassed the place. He didn't come out, and he was threatening, and they heard a shot, and then it is what it is. But that was all born out of despair and these high emotions, and it's got to be a different way to handle these things, But when you got somebody that's so fucking dangerous, there's not much else these cops can do, really, right?
Yeah, I'm coming. Hey, what's your name up there?
Get in, Bone. Get in. Back seat. Get in.
774.
7-2 and I are self-extricating to aid. You can let them know at the fire hall that we're coming in with the gunshot wounds.
Copy. To meet aid at the fire hall.
16 to 74, we're behind 8, Kendall on Oregon Trail.
Sounds like he's spitting because he's probably got an injury to his face.
Okay? We're both shot. We are the ones that are shot. Don't go any farther down.
Advice. We got 2 victims, both with buckshot, shot to the forehead. Both of them. You can run with both of them.
We can all ride in one ambulance.
Yeah, we're going to. We only have one here. So who shot you?
Guy in the house.
What's his name?
We don't know.
3031.
How do you not know what his fucking name is at this point? I mean, you got his address. I mean, doesn't dispatch do that? I mean, you should know his name. And how do the neighbors not know his fucking name? He's probably just a recluse. And, you know, we had a case in Minnesota a while back where these teenagers kept breaking into this guy's house over and over again. And so one day he decides to park his car down the street and he waited for them in the basement. And this girl comes down the basement and he fucking shoots her. And then he shoots her in the head and kills her, like executes her. And then the boyfriend comes down, or maybe it was the other way around. And he murders these 2 innocent teenagers. And he was just kind of like this guy. He was an old recluse, didn't bother anybody, but you know he was being fucked with, and so he decided to do a little fucking of his own. You know, it just isolation can do a lot to the brain.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just going to load you guys up, okay?
Okay,
Put your rifle down. I want to load you up and go, okay?
With white trim, we got a bunch of civilians helping us.
Just you guys get back outside right here.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, where you got civilians in more of a position than the cops. You know, and God love these guys for helping the cops.
Just load them up and go.
With the injured deputies safely in the care of emergency services, tactical units can focus on swiftly bringing the suspect to justice. And indeed, it won't be long before the full force of the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office descends upon the home of the alleged shooter.
All right, I'll take a look at the map. How far up are we from here?
Be safe. We think the guy's still in the house, but just in case he's
for attempted murder.
Gotcha. Times 2. Right? Where'd James go?
Alan?
I got that, James. Hey, Triplet. We're going to take 2 and go around King Valley that way. We're going to take, him and I are going to go up King Valley and go around the east.
I want you to stay further out for perimeter, so that's going to take all the tight stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If there's a way when we get back there, if there's a way to make contact with Haystack, I want to get this moved because we're going to have a big piece of armor coming in.
Okay.
Austin, what do you need from me?
I don't know. I think I just need to go to him and jump bear tank on your side when we see the front door.
Okay.
I think they're pretty well empty, so I don't think there's very many people in there yet, so whatever you need.
Okay. And
Shotgun?
we don't know. That's what he was firing originally, I guess, but we don't know what they got.
That's what the CAD says.
So, and nobody has eyes on the guy, so we don't know if he's in there or not. We're
Right.
assuming he is.
Okay.
But they have pretty good perimeter presence in the southeast.
We have a description, clothing, and
We have nothing. Nothing. So,
With his house surrounded by an army of law enforcement officials and armored vehicles, it appears Young doesn't quite grasp the severity of the situation as he finally opens his front door and makes his presence known.
Door's opening.
door open. Show me your hands. Hands up. Put your hands up right now. You're under arrest. Step out front. Hands in the air. Step out. Follow commands. Show me your hands.
This guy's got no self-defense or defensive dwelling claim here, just so you know.
Keep your hands up. Hands up. Higher. Keep your hands up. Walk out to the street. Get the FN ready. Suspect at the front door laughing at us.
You know, So what's going on here? I mean, you got a guy that's probably drunk, and he's probably continuing to drink in there, you know, and he's firing pot shots at cops. And now there's, you know, here's the thing. The cops have got to be patient like this, because if they're not, they can make a mistake. And if they make a mistake, it could be fatal.
Joel Young wouldn't have the last laugh, however. At 6:03 p.m., officers secured Young in handcuffs, bringing an end to a day of needless terror and indiscriminate violence.
Get on your face! Hands out! Hands out!
I got the house.
Hands out to your side, all the way! Jaron, out of the turret!
You guys are really making a big scene out of nothing.
Keep your tape.
You guys are really making a big scene out of nothing. Are we? Are we really? You just fucking shot 2 cops? In any fucking scenario, you're done.
Taser on him.
He has no idea what he did. Look at this guy. You guys are here for me? Like, he has no idea.
Amazingly, despite the flurry of gunfire directed at his property, Joel Young was completely unscathed. With the alleged shooter in cuffs, it wasn't long before the heroic exploits of the gunslinging neighbors began to circulate among the ranks.
Because he was jacking a shotgun around, so him and Jay, I think they were like approaching. I don't know how close they got. I don't know if they're at the door, and I don't know if they returned fire.
The neighbors returned fire.
I don't know.
No, they did.
Oh, they did?
What's that?
The neighbors returned fire.
Oh, the neighbors.
Neighbors.
Those neighbors right there, when Bone got hit, they came up to get Bone, and they returned fire.
Oh.
One of them with a shotgun, and the other one with a rifle, shot at the guy here.
Which is why
And
the
they grabbed
blinds
Bone
open.
and brought him back.
Gotcha. Well, good.
Everybody's looking at the house, and I'm like, all right, this is my team.
Can you call me?
And I didn't know who those guys were, but they were great.
Yeah, they probably got a medal from the city, I would guess.
Do we know exactly what houses they're at?
You know what?
Do we know what houses our assistants were at? Oh, it is that one.
Those two, Rathbun and the other officer.
You know if they're okay? The officers?
We don't know. Yeah,
That breaks my heart.
Rathbun is like,
He's like family. He's like family.
He was standing right over by the door there.
Where you mean where the garage door is, where the lights on?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was standing there, and he said he was a sheriff.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I said, you.
Real funny. Ha ha ha, this is so hilarious. I mean, okay, well, guess what? You're going to get therapy. It's time for you to get some clanging door therapy. That's what we call it.
That's what you do, right? Yeah. Okay. It's not that I don't appreciate sheriffs. My dad was a border patrol.
Oh, okay.
Okay? I appreciate all you people. That ain't the point. I'm really getting damn tired of this what's going on. You can.
Oh, you're getting damn tired of it. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we change your environment for the next 10 to 20 years?
You can throw me in jail if you want. It's okay. I'm not a threat to you. Because I'm sick of this, right? I got neighbors over here that are freaking crazy. I can't stand it here. I want to move somewhere else. But if you throw me in jail, I guess I'll just sit there till I die.
Despite both officers suffering wounds caused by birdshot to their faces, deputies Ryan Rathbun and Jason Thompson would eventually make full recoveries and return to duty nearly a year after this horrific experience. Each was.
And here's what happens. Generally speaking, if you have multiple crimes committed in a single incident, they're considered concurrent, right? You know, so I have this crime, 24 months for this, 36 months for that, but we'll, get a concurrent sentence, so you just have to do the 36. When you have multiple victims, like here, 9 times out of 10, the judge stacks them. In other words, does them consecutive. So he'll have to do 2 attempted murder convictions back to back, which makes it a very, very long time for Mr. Young.
Each was awarded the State Medal of Honor in May of 2023. Joel Burke Young faces several felony charges, including 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. He pleaded not guilty at his arraignment on February 18, 2022. As of January of 2024, he's still awaiting trial and remains in custody at the Skagit County Jail.
So, a quick update on Mr. Joel Young. He got 40 years. 40 years. He was 63 years old at the time. So basically, he got a life sentence. So that fat fuck probably was going to do me, probably not live another 10 years anyway. So guess what? It's his retirement. I mean, can't get up and make a sandwich in the middle of the night now, can you? But he gets 3 hots and a cot, and, you know, he probably is going to be just fine living in a cell by himself or with Bubba, one of the two. And he's not the kind of person that Bubba would say, this is, get over here and suck your wife's dick. You know, that happens in prison too. Anyway, so that's our little reaction on Good Samaritans. I mean, you got to hand it to these neighbors. I mean, bravery, and, you know, they didn't shy away from it. They took care of the officers. You know, they deserve a letter of commendation or medal from the city too, you know. Pretty amazing neighbors. But what a dick. You know, if you have a neighbor, don't be a dick to your neighbor. If you're the dick, go get some therapy and figure out how to not be a dick. I've handled a couple of neighborly complaints over the years, and people can just be rotten to each other. You know, just, hey, you need a cup of coffee? Oh, I got some grounds here. You need a cup of sugar? Sure. Or come on over. Let's have a glass of wine. I was just over my neighbors last night. And, you know, we sat, I had been out of town for a little bit and kind of regaled them with my travels and you know, get to know your neighbors. They didn't even know his fucking name. How do you not know your neighbor's name? Anyway, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Go to CLR, BruceRivers.com for all your merch and art needs. We got a lot of good stuff on there, actually. Nick is doing a great job with that. And he's been a little out of pocket with his car because he got in a car crash. So if you're expecting a delivery, it is on its way. Things are doing okay now. So we'll see you next time here at Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your board-certified criminal defense lawyer. Subscribe, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Patreon, and we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, please, is at my God.